That part for Chilalalala.
Donjo Serena Donjo
ABH sound, baby.
Who says Njiva?
Femi One from Wiki.
You know, ever so often I'm accused of like using very, very old sheng. Musema kiroro, musema mathri, you know, all of these different kind of things. Alafu yongoma ukasema Njiva. I was like, same. How are you?
Niko fiti sana.
You all right?
Yes, you?
Me, I'm fantastic. I woke up in a very happy mood. That is first and foremost, right? I struggle on Mondays. Right? Like that is a known fact because I get like quite anxious about my week, what I need to do. So my Monday shows are a bit more relaxed.
Okay.
You get? So when then was like Anataka Kuja Monday, I was like, whew, okay, cool, come, no problem, right? But more importantly, I was listening to your music as I went to bed yesterday, but also this morning. And I was just like, God. I even took longer to drive to work today.
Really?
Yeah. Just listening to your brand new EP. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know where to start. Of course, there's the intro to the EP, right? Which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I've got so many different kind of things I want to ask you about it. But before all of that, how have you been? What's new with you? What's going on? How's the family? Nini? Vitu ni mob.
Vitu ni mingi. I've been well.
Yes.
So this year to me decide my brand take a different direction, which is giving back. So we started one for one foundation, which one for one ni for wase wenye wako na potential ya probably kukuwa artist ama kuendelea na education and hawana those resources. So that's where one for one comes in. And I went back to my primary school, Morema Primary School, iko hapo Mwiki hapo Santon.
Yes.
So we went there, tukapatiana pads and tukapatiana soaps, and also tulikuwa tumeenda ku understand more what wana need as a school, because it's a public school.
Yes.
Unajua venye public schools zinakuanga zimejaa, like a class has probably 600 students. Yeah. So we will go back again. Plus tulienda pia Kayole, tukaenda Umoja
yes.
Pia ku give back courtesy of One for One Foundation.
Yes.
So that's what I've been doing this year, and also with them toka Mwiki pia ni part of just giving back and ku shout out place nimetoka, of course Mwiki. The experiences, kuongelelea about my childhood, me coming up as an artist in Mwiki.
Yes.
Yeah, so
is there anybody else who represents Mwiki like you do?
No one manzi.
Mwiki goes into Mwiki is in what?
Kasarani constituency.
Shout going out to captain, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're gonna play all of the songs on the EP because man, this music deserves to be heard, right?
Yes.
It's currently available on YouTube. Make sure you go check it out. It's going to be on all other streaming platforms. But right here on Fast with the Hits Trace FM, we get to do this. And I want to start with the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to make welcome the only lady who's going to be holding it down tonight. She goes by the name of Uno.
Kianza kushika mkwanja ndo vile enemies came. Jina inajulikana nko kwa everything big. Longevity na sim, I'm ahead of these things. Maisha usanini toxic zaidi ya methadone steam. Shikoka dem kamwiki kasa 17B. Ka fall in love na mziki and what the industry ta bring. Picture evergreen trees, leafy suburb, sweet beach. Kazama ndani ya mchezo kama submarine seal. Maheta jine imagine mi ndio bingo in this. Nishavalishwa taji juu ya kichwa and it fits. Baridi ya watiaje piti glass ya windscreen. Nishatema washkaji kama tangerine seeds. Banga is this, mi ndio mama these kids. Na shati ni wafunze mamtamango in these streets. Kwa kazi lazima mkule, I guess ni motherly instincts. Nafaa mpelekwe shule on how to murder these beats.
Ish sifa.
Man, you just flossing. Going in that heavy on the intro. I love it.
Empire is the lifestyle.
You know, I said it earlier on the show, right? The last time you were here, we were discussing your album, right? And I asked you, who's the competition when it comes to like male rappers out here?
Yeah.
And I've never forgotten. Your answer was quite appropriate, right? Because you said, listen, Mr. Kyo category could classify you on, with other FMCs, right?
Yeah.
It's kilamtu.
Yes.
Kilamtu.
Yes.
Yeah? Category.
Unafilaje wewe?
category.
Nani ana kill it right now?
Listen, I'm obviously biased right now. Let me tell you this, right? Because listening to your EP, I was like, yo, there was some bars out there. I was like, bro, watu kwa melala bana. I'm not even playing. That is actually my honest opinion to you. I think it's about time in the game right now that you can actually claim and say, I'm the biggest MC out here. Akuna compare. Like, I can see guys who can spit, but how I'm saying this is the consistency, which we're going to represent.
True. Yeah,
you understand?
In terms of being consistent and actually releasing songs and body of work, niko pale juu na Angel Gabriel.
Hey.
But Trio is doing a great job. Trio is really working. Kuna ude anaitwa Shanti Bobo, whom nimefeature kwa EP.
Yes.
She's really the one to look out for.
Yeah.
And also Caterpillar is one of the best MCs we have in this country.
Yes.
If only he could be consistent.
Consistency.
Yes.
The difference is always, talent, hard work, consistency over there. A lot of people can do things, and a lot of people, I think, just always think the talent is what is going to get them.
Enough.
That's going to be enough.
Nafanya kazi,
Nikki, on one song said,
Nairobi City, tangu zamani.
all of this is my sons.
Yeah.
Mama watoto.
Nalea machani. Najua musoto. Mishtina mali.
Bidina skill.
Kitekla. Femi Uno.
Tekla Lorupe, man. We grew up in an era where she used to run and body all of those marathons. It's funny that we're talking about that. Of course, Kipchoge about to do it at the age of 38. A lot of people saying, is he going to make it? That's another story, right? Na kuna compare homegrown as well. Another Kenyan runner who's looking like he's going to sumbua him a bit. But talk to me, 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years of Femi One. I started rapping in school, actually, primary school, at the age of, nilikuwa class 7. Tulikuwa tunaenda wapi, tuna rap, and I think that's where akina Deno walini spot. And you all know my story. And then nikakuwa featured kwa Ligiso.
Yes.
And then I started working with Kaka Empire. So actually this year, 2023, Indio, the 10-year
10-year mark.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 years of Femi One manze. So nime learn a lot. Na feel ni kama like 5-6 years zilikuwa years of Kule Foundation and just working.
Yes.
And probably 4 to 5 years of success.
Yes.
So manze najua safari ya mziki.
For anyone who's out there listening right now and hearing you say that there was a lot of work that was put towards that 10-year mark, right? 4 or 5 years of success and everything. Were there times that you almost said, man, I'm tired of this thing?
Yeah, kulikuwa na hizo time, but I'm really not the person to give up. But kuna times nilikuwa na feel manze, what are we doing wrong? And I think we had these meetings like every 3 months. Tuko hapo tunaangaliana na Deno na Kaka tunulizana nini to do, nini na happen, nini atufanyi, nini atu connect.
I love that you said that, right? Because I want to get into that. I think in success, a lot of things are forgotten, right?
Yeah.
Which is that one thing that you guys did that you can categorically say was a mistake in those 10 years for you to be here?
A mistake?
Yes. Yani mkakadam mkasema, we should have done that.
No, siwezi sema ni mistake.
Learning.
Learning.
Yes.
Nini hatukufanya Deno? So mina feel too the journey ili go
acha kutry kuimake ikue fitted. Trust me, everyone knows at a particular point there was one very grave learning. You're like, you know what, we probably need to change how we're going to the market. Should we have released that video? Should we have gone with that endorsement? There's always something.
No, missy feel evil. CJ feel evil.
Deno venye na smile hapa.
Probably they know tuambie.
Deno come kwa mic.
But kwa jani yangu CJ feel evil.
Mic over here. Yes? Because he's been there with you.
No, one thing I always feel like one of the reasons why my journey took longer, it's because I started out as nilianza kama cypher artist. So sikuwa nafanya complete songs. Nilikuwa nimezoea tu kwenda cypher, I'm doing a verse and then I'm back home. So it took longer because I had to learn how to become an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Deno, good morning, sir. How are you?
Morning, Kaka.
You know you're rarely ever on the mic, lakini leo lazima tungekuwa exposed, man. This is the man behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Make sure that everything is super successful when it comes to Kaka Empire. So, what is that one thing that you would say that this lady here, mkiwapo kwa hizo business meetings and, you know, planning, what is that one thing that you learned a lot from? You'd have probably gone at it differently.
I think what we did differently was commercializing a rap artist.
Yes.
It's the hardest thing. Hardest thing in the industry right now, or back then.
Yes.
So we learned a lot. We learned that it doesn't come easy compared to maybe singers or this other commercial artists that are out here. Yeah. It's very different and hard.
Yeah, and also your fan base. Yes. Wale wase walikujua ukiwa as a rapper and then now utake kugo commercial. Wanakuanga very against it. Wanakuanga yani hao ndio wanakuanga number one. Watakutrol. So ita take a lot of time to build a new fan base.
Yes.
When you are introducing yourself sasa as an artist, not like a rapper, a cypher rapper. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you know, when you've just said that, right? Of course, a lot of rappers go through that. You're told, man, you moved out of the hood and
when
everything.
When you sell out.
Nini. But don't operate kutoka Mwiki.
Mi no Mwiki.
Serious?
Mwiki for life.
Allah?
Yeah. 17B.
Ama ni tu venye, ama this is that Deno amekuambia yo, you know, kuwa na cage hapo Mwiki for relevance, unaoparetiki hapo weekend watu wanakucheki, lakini ya uko Mwiki, maybe uko pali hapa Lavi. No.
Niko Mwiki.
Watu wa Santon.
Watu wa Santon.
Watu wa Santon wananijua. Tunapata nanga hapo nikienda kubai manjiva.
Mkikula Mucira hapo hivyo. Serious? Interesting. Wait, how comes Ujai mwambia, you know, move out of that side and come to this side?
I think akona so much love for Mwiki. At the beginning of the show ameongea story how she's giving back to Mwiki.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a love. But anafaa atoke huko manze.
Imefika point.
Inafika point atoke huko sasa.
Aish.
Probably niko na hao mbili.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible. It's very possible. Now, I want to get into another song called Heshima, right?
Yeah.
And on this song, there's a point to me. I was, you know, when you said, next time you see me, you got to give me the respect, right? And I want to get into that. How do people treat you when they bump into you? Especially your fans. Did you get some disrespect at times?
I used to when I was coming up, but right now wananipatia heshima manzi. Nimeshinda Afrima. I'm the first African female to be endorsed by Monster. Longevity yangu ni something that I jai happen manzi. Yes. Niko na collabo na Nyash. So like wananipatia heshima wana otherwise
wanakupea heshima.
Yeah.
But you know, you also mentioned something that was so relevant to me. I can't quite remember what song it was, right? When you spoke about doba zikianza kuflop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens to so many musicians, like literally everywhere.
Yeah.
When you're not producing music as much as you used to.
Yeah.
And people, you know, there's so much that is happening, right? Don't you ever get afraid of that moment ever coming?
I'll be prepared. By that time inafika nitakuwa prepared. Nimekuwa nikiona kwa social media and you know one thing with social media, watakupenda leo, watakutroll kesho, watarudi wakupende tena. So once you get the love, usiache igo to your head, you know. Usianze kutreat watu different, uanze kutreat your fans different ama your team different. Just know the moment madobas nianza kuflop, wana control. Yeah.
true life lesson from the one and only Femi in the building. We're getting through it. It's all about the brand new EP, Dem Kutoka Mwiki. This one is a very important song called Heshma.
Heshma. Kinyona kwa street, nipe, Femi juu ya beat.
Heshma. Kinyona kwa street ni salute, nipe, Femi juu ya beat. Mwezi mess na miaka 10 kwa game unadhani jokes, na bado juzi ni semi na baki tops. MCs uchocho na Femi wana do the most. Kwa mpole utakutema madoba sikianza kuflop. Hamwezi nieka kwa box, jaribu na pick my locks. Sisha siko na mashocks, umanzi ndoko kwa talks. Mabloga likosa stories za kunipost. Amnaga drama huku kwetu, I'm sorry hatuna mikosi. Nimetoka far nazidi kuskuma sound. Benkiko mita kadhaa, maishangu imetana round. Apendi kuona na paa, manyoka zimeja kwa ground. Walizuban kapita na vichwa zao.
Such a great song.
It is.
I love it.
I love it too.
You know what's actually interesting? And I don't know how to phrase this, but there's no perfect way to say this, right? When you spoke about mnagojani post ultrasound kwa IG. You know, it's one of those things that when you grow up, or rather you're a big fan of like some of your favorite rappers, right? Female rappers. Like Eve. In my head, I can never ever see Eve getting married.
Why?
You get, like, it's, I think the rap game has always been sold as being very, you know, male.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, as a lady, even I listen to you on the song.
Yeah.
There's also that heavy, you know, goriness that you're trying to push, right?
Yeah.
So that was a very soft moment.
I believe I'm very soft in person. Femi One is not soft, but me as a person, I'm very, very soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that for me was a representation of, like, you know, a very feminine element, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, what were you thinking when you wrote that bit?
Anasema mabloga alikosa stories za kunipost. I don't really sionyeshi. I'm not big into exposing my personal life.
Yes,
so
that is true.
Yeah, so I feel like akunanga stories apart from my music. Like wasi wataongelelea Femi One as an artist, the endorsements, the collabos, but my private life watu hawajui sana, which is something nimeweza kukeep private, yeah?
Yes.
So I think watu wanangojanga hizo moments sana, wanangojanga like who's Femi One dating, ultrasound pale IG, blah blah blah, drama hapa na pale. So nasema mabloga alikosa stories za kunipost, which is a good thing, and I feel it's not even intentional.
Yes.
Na believe watu wako na personalities different, na kuna watu hawapendi kuportray their private lives online. It's not that like I'm hiding anything, it's just my personality.
Interesting. Now let me flip that question to Mr. Manager mwenyewe hapa hivi. To anyone upcoming, right? And I say this in you know, you have many years of experience in this, right? But we now live in an age where a lot of people are doing a lot of exposure, a lot of antics so that they can get that fame that's going to push the music. We live in a generation where TikTok, you know, social media heavy. How would you go at it? Like someone who's on the come up, ana jaribu kutengeneza mziki, ngoma yake ijafika pali.
Wachana na showbiz. Fanya mziki. If you're doing music, do music. And one thing that you'll reap later on in your future is consistency.
Yes.
So the more consistent you are in terms of what you're releasing and giving out to your audience, the higher chances of you succeeding in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Showbiz, wachia TZ.
Interesting. Showbiz lenga.
Lenga kabisa.
But many fan wa showbiz, by the way. Napenda follow up like what people are doing. I don't like people being in my business, but I'm a huge fan of people's business.
Interesting. I could have never needed. I'd never guessed that. But then again, man, you know, it's a tough world out there. There's so much that's said. And have you had those moments when you read something online and you were like, man, they really said this about me?
Yeah, but sionangi need ya clear up anything. I know who I am.
But, you know, it's easier said than done, I feel, right? We're all humans. We're very emotional.
Yeah.
Maybe something was said alafu, you know, probably a friend of yours saw it and they're like, oh, this is really you?
Pay attention. I don't really pay attention.
Or let me even say family.
There's nothing that has been said yenye imeni affect in a very major way. Yeah.
Kama unataka jani easy. Kuwa Ben 10.
Unaweza kuwa Ben 10?
Introduce myself. Femi One.
Kaka Empire is the lifestyle.
Hey, man, neza rusho inje kwetu bana. Damn. It's tough, but you know what? People gotta eat.
Yeah,
man. At times, I think we pass so much judgment on some of the people who do this kind of things.
Yeah, just do what you gotta do.
Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so much you said on that song. You know, views and everything, Kupanga Mikakati, all of that. It's a heavy song in terms of, you know, the journey, the plans and all of that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, right? I don't know whether we've ever really gotten into this. What is your creative process? Do you write in English ama Swa?
In Sheng.
In Sheng, yeah.
Sai ndio na try kuweka 1 or 2 sentences in English. But nikifanya projects kama EP ama album, most of the times mi ulala studio. Naenda studio like Friday, natoka Monday. But the creative process ni beat kwanza, and then naandika lyrics, and I always cram na feelingi niki feel comfortable in the song, niki cram, the delivery inakuanga very smooth. Unaweza tell ukisikiza song zangu, unaweza tell song gani ilikuwa rushed because the delivery kidogo itakuwa so I like writing the song and then I cram it and then I record.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is that one song you don't like performing?
That one song I don't like performing.
Check it when you deno me smile up with you. Mbona me smile hivyo?
Kwani umesmile deno? Kwani ni gani?
Kuna ngoma inaitwa Tembe. Kuna performing Tembe.
I always read the crowd. Mi wenda na crowd. And anza song and then nikiona the crowd niko like next one.
Yeah.
So I always play with the crowd.
But so okay, on the inverse, which is your favorite song to perform?
Donjo. Of course. Lip service inakwanga fiti sana na crowd.
Yeah.
Properly, of course.
Yes.
Utawezana. Gani ngine deno? Ile ya Jamhuri, ile ya tunaweza Mayiani and trio. Hiyo kwanza ilini surprise sana.
Crowd ilichukua vizuri
sana.
You know what's interesting, right? This weekend Jay-Z performed in Paris, right? And he performed a song that he did 26 years ago, right? And it was crazy to see the crowd wasn't as reactive. But on the other side, like when he's doing in Paris, the crowd is going what, or his recent stuff, right? But what was interesting is watching him, I think he's 52 or something, performing a song that he did 26 years ago, and he flowed it so well. Like so good. And it got me thinking that a lot of musicians, as your catalog gets bigger, you don't perform your songs from way where you began. So hence I was asking you, which is that one song that you don't perform?
Pilaunjeri. I don't like Pilaunjeri. Pilaunjeri, looking back, it served its purpose at that time, but sai inakonga very cringe by this. Siku moja mtaamka mwikosa YouTube deno misha I delete by the way.
Right, so what did you actually like about it? It's just you're so far removed from that era.
Yeah, plus just me going in on other female rappers right now, it's not something I will do because I understand the journey, and the journey is not favorable to female rappers. So I really feel for them, and right now I'd want to uplift them. Yeah, sikuwa ingililia hivyo manzi.
There's brand growth.
Okay.
Brand growth.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're not the same.
It really is. Yeah. And also as a person, you also grow.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get into this next song called Suspect, right? I was listening to this and I was like, who is this caterpillar? Tell me about him. Tell me. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
But mpatie his, give him his flowers.
His flowers. Actually, Suspect ilikuwa song ya Caterpillar. Ilikuwa song ya Caterpillar. Alirecord akanitumia nifanye verse, and nika reach out nikamwambia yo Catapila manze umeka hii song. Umeka hii song sana. If you don't have any plan ya kushoot the video ama release, just give me this song ikwe song yangu nitaeka kwa EP. And these things actually happen. So Catapila was alikuwa akanipatia and ikakuwa song yangu nikamweka kwa verse nikampatia split sheets zake.
It's a fire song. It's a fire song. Wait, tutakuja tuongee split sheets kwanza kabla hata nisahau.
Dina taongelelea.
Then no, thank God you're here. So, it's been a heavy weekend, brother. Suspect. I was listening to this song this morning between Westlands and the studio. And one of my random thoughts in my head at that particular point was like, the beat killer. It's crazy how as Kenyans, the word ploti just became, you know, penye waseo naishi. You get what I mean? It's so, unakuja ploti yetu. Ama ni kuja tiplo yenyu. You know,
but
the kind of
tiplo.
thing. Yeah, tiplo, ploti, same, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, it's got an acceptance so well. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was just a random thought. Nikisikiza ngoma unajua venye mse waga na internalize. Now, we're almost out of time, but ngoma zako zote niko nazo, so we're going to be giving it spins. Also, shagana to everybody who's a big fan of Femi One. We're going to do the GMT podcast with her, so there's so much to come. But as we get into this, wait, split shit yako nini? Si split shit. MCSK wamekutumia pesa?
Sija receive bado.
Ala?
Sija receive. They only receive.
Tupiga Ezekiel tumulize niendelea.
Sija receive by the way. Sija receive. Probably wanatuma from last week to this week because wasanini wengi. Yeah, but sija receive. I'm really looking forward.
You're really looking forward. So you can't really comment on all of that.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Haya. Nimecheki last week kumekuwa na watu wanaingiliana. What's going on in this industry? So, in particular, two guys that I actually know about, right? Who happen to be friends, right? Clemo, Nonini, that whole situation. From a manager's perspective, what was supposed to have happened?
First of all, your story, it's very sad.
Yes.
Looking at these guys, they're pioneers.
Yes.
They inspired us to be where we are today, what we're doing now. To see Nonini and Clemo going after each other is just sad, you know.
Yes.
But back to basics. Before you record any song with any producer or any artist, you have to have split sheets.
Yes.
You have to agree on who owns what and what percentage and what goes where. And it trickles down to distribution. The good thing is the technology these days and these digital platforms that we're using to distribute music, it has allowed us to also do split sheets digitally.
Digitally, yes.
So you can actually do a split sheet when you're distributing. So you don't need anything physically signed. Mr. Sema Femi One takes 20% of this song, may take this, and this person takes this. But as a producer, you're recognized when producing a song.
Yes.
So you don't need to own the song because you're recognized as a producer. That's why there is Camp and Prisk.
Yes.
Yes.
So what about in the case, because a lot of people have been very lost in this, if I've paid you upfront for a beat, do you still need to be on the split sheet?
Yes, as a producer.
But with an amount of money that's coming to you?
Yes, so you're paying for the services for that time. You're not buying off the song. You're not buying off my IP, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So as a producer, so for a song, there are several people who are presented. There's a songwriter, there's a performer,
yes,
and there's a producer.
Yes.
Yeah. So all these people have to have a share of the song. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Haya, strona venye itaenda. Now, lady, we're about to roll out. I want to roll out with a song called Rahisi. Shout going out to you and man like Trio Mio.
Yeah.
Man, let me also tell you this. You killed it on Staki. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's fire.
Thank you.
Manzi then was like, yo, Mkonangoma. Sent it. Raka. So, man, the EP is out. It's doing well and it's going to do well.
Yeah.
So, how long until we have another album? It's been...
Hey, Calvin Aki, yenyewe ni Mkenya wa kawaida. You know, Kenyans, una releasing EP leo, kesho wanaanza kwambia, hey, sangoma next.
No, you know why I'm basing it from, right? the last time you did an album, you came right here and premiered
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
So how long has it been? This is what?
2021. I released an
2021.
album in 2021.
2 years, yeah.
Last year ndio siku release a body of
Exactly,
work.
yes.
So this year tume release EP.
Yes.
Probably next year we will do an album.
Okay.
I have like 3 more albums in me.
Alafu, that's it.
Alafu niondoke manzi.
Are you serious? Mpaka Deno amestuka bwana.
Uondoke nini?
You're like, yo, this wasn't in the plan bana.
No, iko kwa plan. Hiyo ni exit plan no, but anyway tutongelelea nikikam.
Yeah. So there you have it, man. So I want to roll out with this song called Rahisi. As always, man, appreciate your work, your dedication, everything that you do to create such great music. Haya.
A very big shout out to everyone that was involved in the making of the EP. Sifa ali produce some of the songs. Leon Vibes from Stray Music Pia ali produce some of the songs. A very big shout out to Trio, Shanti Bobo, Caterpillar, and Tony for the input. Thank you all so much. Yeah, and make sure you go stream the EP.
Listen to the EP everywhere. It's out, Killer Pali. Make sure you give it spins. We're going to give it spins right here on Fast with the Hits, Trace FM. I'm back on the